feel heartbroken. I'm upset. I've developed hate, something I've never experienced before, but I have a lot of hate in my heart right now.
We had two birthdays with the granddaughter's birthdays. One turned 1 and she didn't get a chance to see her mother or didn't get a chance to spend time with her mother. The other one turned 3 and they're constantly asking every day where their mother is. And we don't have any answers for them.
I asked for an update maybe about a month ago. They said they're in the process of getting search warrants. You're getting search warrants almost 3 months after the fact. Why aren't search warrant? Why wasn't a search warrant issued months before? Why is it taking months to compare my ex-husband's and my DNA with the blood that was found in his apartment?
Before we get into today's story, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future uploads. Your support helps these cases stay visible and helps keep pressure on the systems meant to deliver justice. Ila had just turned 3 years old on the 13th. Instead of balloons and laughter, her birthday was filled with confusion. She kept asking the same question over and over. Where is my mommy? Gabriella, Dixon's youngest child, waited for a mother who never arrived. Gabriella did not come to the party. She did not call. She did not send a message. And every day since then, her children have continued to ask for her. Nearly 3 weeks after Gabriella Dixon vanished, her family was still processing new information, struggling to hold on while their world quietly collapsed. Her mother said she had not slept since her daughter disappeared. Every night blurred into the next, consumed by unanswered questions and fear. The pain was constant, the waiting unbearable. On October 30th, 2023, 18-year-old Gabriella Dixon disappeared in Monroe, Georgia. That morning, she was supposed to drop her 2 children off with family members. It was a routine plan, something she had done before. But after that drop-off, Gabriella never made it back. Within hours, concern turned into dread. A young mother of 2 was suddenly gone, and those closest to her became the focus of suspicion. Gabriella Dixon, known to most as Gabby, was only 18 years old. Despite her age, she was already raising 2 young children. She lived in Monroe, Georgia, a city known for its tight-knit community and quiet streets. But behind closed doors, her life was far from peaceful. Gabby was in an on-again, off-again relationship with Reginald Bernard Harris, the father of her children. Friends and family described their relationship as turbulent and unstable. On social media, Gabby openly documented her struggles. She wrote about how people admired Reginald, how he was trusted, how everyone believed he was a good young man. But she explained that what happened behind the scenes was very different. Gabby said she felt trapped. She felt unheard. She believed no one would believe her because she lacked proof. And she stayed longer than she should have because she didn't want her children growing up without a 2-parent household. Even after the most painful moments, she said Reginald would show up with gifts, flowers, balloons, apologies, promises. But her posts showed someone slowly losing hope. One night, Gabby described an altercation so intense that neighbors finally opened their doors to help her call the police. Help that, according to her, never arrived. That same night, she called her mother at 4 a.m. Instead of comfort, Gabby felt dismissed. She later wrote that her mother seemed annoyed to be woken up. Her younger sister did not show concern either. That moment stayed with her. By early September 2023, the situation escalated further. On September 3rd, Reginald Harris allegedly followed Gabby's car and confronted her and another man while they were inside the vehicle. He accused her of disrespecting him by allowing another man around her. After this incident, Gabby went to the authorities. she reported receiving a threatening text message from Reginald that read, "Don't be surprised when I knock on the door." It was not vague. It was not accidental. It was a warning. 3 weeks later, on September 23rd, Reginald allegedly attacked Gabby inside their apartment. Deputies responded and documented physical evidence that concerned them deeply. Officers advised Gabby to seek a protective order, recognizing the seriousness of the situation. Despite that recommendation, court records show no restraining order was ever filed. On October 30th, Reginald Harris was supposed to drop Gabby off at her father's home. By the next day, her family could not reach her. Her mother, Gabriella, immediately felt something was wrong. Reginald's behavior was suspicious. When the family officially reported Gabby missing on October 31st, Reginald claimed she was at work. But that story quickly fell apart. Gabby's laptop, essential for her job, was still at home. On November 1st, 2023, the Bibb County Sheriff's Office officially entered Gabriella Dixon into the missing person system. Alerts went out. News coverage followed. Her family begged the public for help, knowing in their hearts that the warning signs had been there long before November. On November 7th, exactly 1 week after her disappearance,
Gabriella Dixon, who's been missing for 29 days, planning a search this Saturday. They're also offering a $6,500 reward for tips that lead to finding her. Camila Williams shares why the family is taking things one day at a time.
Her family plans 2 searches on Saturday for Gabriella Dixon. They last saw her on October 30th and reported her missing the next day. Her stepfather, Daryl Searcy, says they want her story to get as much exposure as possible.
We want to keep bringing awareness to it so that she doesn't turn into a cold case, that it stays fresh on people's mind.
Reginald Bernard Harris was arrested. Initially, the charges were unrelated to her disappearance and stemmed from prior family violence incidents. The following day, he appeared in Bibb Superior Court facing 5 counts of assault, 1 count of battery, and 1 count of making threats. Days later, another arrest shocked the community. 19-year-old Jatavius D'Angelo Price of Juliet, Georgia, was arrested for making false statements and tampering with evidence. His involvement raised serious questions. What did he know? What role did he play? And how many people were involved? As months passed, Gabby's mother continued posting online, documenting her pain and desperation. On January 29th, 2024, she wrote, "Where is Gabriella Dixon? Where is my child?" She refused to let her daughter be forgotten. She spoke of faith, of miracles, of restoration. But she also spoke of regret. Gabby's last words to her mother replayed endlessly. She had asked her to watch the children a little longer while she ran errands. Her mother later admitted she would have said no if she knew Gabby was with Reginald Harris. Search efforts continued for months. Vigils, flyers, organized searches through woods and along highways. Her mother raised the reward for information from $5,000 to $10,000.
It's been 1 month since 18-year-old Gabriella Dixon went missing, and her family's doing everything that they can to find her. From Carolyn Creighton Park to right here at the Ocmulgee River Trail, Gabriella's family said she's missed, and they just want her to come home safe and sound.
We're doing what we've been doing for the past 32 days now, searching.
Through tall bushes and debris, Dixon's mother, Gabriella Searcy, gathered family members and friends to scour the Macon area to find her missing daughter.
I have no idea what's going on. So as you can see, it's just us searching. There's no help from the police department, with this search.
And when it comes to the police, Searcy says they're still investigating, but haven't kept her in the loop. She last heard from the Bibb County Sheriff's Office 2 weeks ago when there was an arrest made on Reginald Harris, the father of Dixon's children. Harris was arrested on 4 outstanding charges, including aggravated assault, but not in relation to Dixon's case.
Do you just ignore a parent or ignore a loved one if they report that their loved one is missing? You ignore it for a couple days and then you go search?
Dixon's older sister, Reginae Dixon, said it's a sad and stressful situation, but they're not giving up. She's been taking care of her sister's kids, and they want their mother back.
We're not going to give up until we find her, even though the investigators and the mayor and the sheriff department, they're getting frustrated with us and everybody's telling us it ain't got nothing to do with them. We're not going to give up, even though we're basically solving the case ourselves.
Through determination and a strong sense of community, Gabriella's family said they'll search until the end of the world to find her, and they're praying that she's healthy and safe.
So if Gabby is somewhere being held hostage, we love you, we miss you, we want you home today.
Gabby Dixon's family, friends, and concerned neighbors searched for her from the very beginning.
Maggie Fitzgerald is in studio with us tonight to share a timeline from the first moments that her family knew something was wrong.
Frank and Lori, it all started during the last few days of October of last year. That's when Gabby's family says they saw her for the last time.
Still heartbroken, I'm upset. I've developed hate, something I've never experienced before, but I have a lot of hate in my heart right now.
Cersei never received a text from her daughter, which first tipped her off that something might be wrong.
We want to bring her home. We want justice, but most importantly, we want to bring Gabby home.
A few days later, they filed a missing persons report with the Bibb Sheriff's Office. They searched for her in November at Carolyn Creighton Park and the Ocmulgee Heritage Trail. That's also when the family offered a $5,000 reward if a tip led to an arrest or a conviction.
We want to keep bringing awareness to it so that she doesn't turn into a cold case, that it stays fresh on people's mind.
They continued to hold rallies and searches, advocating along with other families who had loved ones' cases go cold, and demanding more answers from law enforcement and the district attorney's office.
We had 2 birthdays with the granddaughter's birthdays. One turned 1, and she didn't get a chance to see her mother, or didn't get a chance to spend time with her mother. The other one turned 3, and they're constantly asking every day where their mother is. And we don't have any answers for them.
We spoke with Gabriella Cersei, Gabby's mother, again in February, 3 months after she first disappeared.
I asked for an update maybe about a month ago. They said they're in the process of getting search warrants. You're getting search warrants almost 3 months after the fact. Why wasn't a search warrant issued months before? Why is it taking months to compare my ex-husband's and my DNA with the blood that was found in his apartment?
We last spoke with Cersei in April in front of the Bibb County Sheriff's Office. At that time, she was discouraged, but hopeful that she and other families could get their cases resolved. And Frank and Lori, court records show a history of tampering with evidence for both Harris and Price in unrelated incidents. The Bibb Sheriff's Office has always considered Dixon's case a missing persons case. Back to you.
Hi, thank you, Maggie. In April, the sheriff's office told us the district attorney's office had taken over Gabby Dixon's case.
Neighbors came forward with disturbing information. One witness described seeing a man disposing of items near a dumpster the night Gabby disappeared. She described seeing someone lying across the back seat of a car, wrapped in what looked like a blanket. At the time, she didn't report it. The next day, she saw police clearing the dumpster and knew something was wrong. Gabby's mother also reported receiving messages from Reginald while he was in custody. In one message, he allegedly told her, "Let me see my children, and I'll tell you everything you need to know." To her, it sounded like a confession waiting to happen. On July 24th, 2024, construction crews working near Bowden Road and Highway 87 in Monroe County made a devastating discovery. Human remains were found in a wooded area. Investigators believed they belonged to Gabriella Dixon. Her mother was told the remains matched her daughter's red hair and clothing. Authorities also noted evidence of a gunshot wound to the head. That same day, Jatavius D'Angelo Price was arrested again, this time on a charge of conspiracy to commit harm. He lived less than a mile from where the remains were found. Reginald Harris faced new warrants directly tied to Gabby's death. In July 2024, both men were denied bond. Prosecutors treated the case with gravity. The court viewed both as serious threats.
Hello and thanks for joining us. We continue to follow the latest in tonight's top story. What could be a break in the months-long disappearance of Gabby Dixon.
Dixon's been missing for nearly 9 months, and now the Bibb Sheriff's Office believes her remains were found this afternoon. Jasmine Lee spoke with neighbors in Monroe County who reacted to the investigation as it unfolded on their street.
The Bibb County Sheriff's Office believes remains found in Monroe County are that of a missing-making 18-year-old.
I'm in real disbelief.
Shirley Appling lives near where construction workers found their remains, back in the woods off Highway 87 in Baldwin Road. Jim Middlebrooks lives on Baldwin Road too. He says he's been following Dixon's case for the past year.
All this time that they've been looking for her on the news and the search team and all, and she wound up right here, all the way from Macon to Juliet up in the, it was very shocking.
Monroe County Sheriff's Office said around 2:30 Wednesday afternoon, they were told by the crew about a body at the worksite. Their office then notified the Bibb County Sheriff's Office. They're now handling the case.
I ride my UTV through here all the time and never smelt anybody, never smelt anything or noticed anything out the way.
Neighbors were shocked a crime and discovery like this could happen on their street.
I was shocked. I'm kind of scared. Because anything that happened, I ain't know nothing like that happened around here.
It's surprising, really surprising that the body been here all this time.
The remains have been sent to the GBI to be possibly identified. In Monroe County, Jasmine Lee, 13 WMAZ News.
Now, we were able to contact Gabby's mother, Gabriella Cersei, earlier this evening. She told us the Bibb County Sheriff's Office told her they're, quote, 99% certain those remains are Gabby's.
We also know tonight 2 people could make court appearances tomorrow, both charged in Gabby Dixon's murder. One of them is 19-year-old Jatarvius Price, who currently sits behind bars, facing a conspiracy to commit murder charge. Price was arrested before in connection to Gabby's disappearance. On November 16th, he was charged with making false statements and tampering with evidence. Price made bond on November 18th.
That same month, the father of Dixon's children was also arrested. 1 month before Gabby's disappearance, arrest warrants showed Reginald Harris choked her and threatened her with a gun. The warrant said Harris threatened to kill her if she left him. On November 7th, Harris was arrested and labeled as a possible suspect in the case due to testimonial evidence from Dixon's family. He is also in jail.
Tonight, Gabby Dixon's stepfather speaking with us almost a week after construction workers found her body in Monroe County. Dixon went missing October 30th.
Since then, her family has held search parties and rallies with the hopes of finding her and bringing attention to unsolved missing persons cases. Now the family is turning to prosecutors to bring justice to those responsible for her death.
Camila Williams shares how the family has been doing since Gabby's body was identified a week ago.
How have you been?
We've been trying to make it. We're trying, just take one day at a time.
It's a process for Dura Cersei and the rest of the family since Gabby Dixon was found.
I think it's kind of rough that she was found so close to where one of the suspects were.
Cersei says Dixon's body was found almost a mile from where 19-year-old Jatarvius Price lived. He says if they had looked near there, maybe they would have found her sooner.
Things happen, but we're glad that she's been found. It's more relief that she's been found.
Cersei says the family didn't know who Price was until he was arrested. He says Dixon only knew Reginald Harris, the father of Dixon's children, who was charged with killing her.
And we just, seeking justice. Justice for our daughter. But that's basically what we're looking for.
Cersei says Dixon knew Harris since she was 15 years old. He says Harris was quiet and always kept to himself. Last year, 1 month before Dixon went missing, warrants showed Harris choked her, pointed a gun at her, and threatened to kill her.
Teenagers are going to be teenagers. So there's lots of that they keep away from us that we had no knowledge of. Had we known, then the situation might have been different.
Now the family wants Macon District Attorney Anita Howard to put the evidence together and keep Harris and Price behind bars. While they know it will take time to take this case to trial, they are grateful to those who never forgot his daughter.
We thank them. Now, I guess, like I say, we're just waiting.
But Dixon's family says the process to justice will be one day at a time. In Macon, Camila Williams, 13 WMAZ News.
Now, Mr. Cersei says the family plans a memorial service for Gabby. Harris and Price are currently in the Bibb County Jail.
Throughout the investigation, Gabby's social media posts resurfaced. Her words became evidence. She detailed how Reginald isolated her, manipulated her, and used her vulnerabilities against her. She described how he convinced her she was unlovable, how he told her no one would believe her, how he reminded her constantly that their children needed a two-parent household. Her words told the story of a teenager crying for help and never receiving it. 2 children lost their mother, a family lost a daughter, a community was forced to confront how warning signs were ignored. Gabriella Dixon left behind more than a tragedy. She left behind proof. Proof that she tried to speak. Proof that she tried to survive. And proof that her voice still matters.
Everybody has been affected by my daughter going on trying to do it to us.
That proved true by the number of family, friends, and even strangers who showed up Saturday to honor Gabby Dixon.
A man can live 100 years and not leave a mark. Gabby left a mark.
That mark bled on her former classmates.
When I felt stupid and dumb, it felt like I wasn't intelligent. She pushed me to do better in school, and because of Gabby, she motivated me to go to college.
And the people in the pews as her family told stories of how Dixon shared more than just a similar name with her mother.
You ever met my wife? She's real short in stature, and she is a force to be reckoned with.
She kind of reminded me of a Sour Patch Kid. You know how to say fresh and sour and sweet? She was very compassionate and loved to help others.
That love was engraved in her 2 babies, her friends, and her siblings. But even in their time of pain and mourning, the family is finding strength in God.
And even though God chose to take her away from us at this young age, I'm thankful for God putting us together. I'm thankful for the limited time we were able to have.
Believing God will unite them all again.
I'll see it again. I don't need nobody to tell me I'm going to see it, because God already told me what I need to know.